Now, the Israel-Hamas war inches closer to an inevitable milestone, the exodus of Palestinians. It has happened before, and it is happening again now. While Israelis chant the slogan, "Never again," Gazans find themselves amidst another bout of migration yet again. Thousands of Gazans have begun to move south out of Gaza City as Israeli tanks roll deeper into the enclave. Palestinians, including children and disabled people, are walking towards Khan Younis on foot. They're carrying their belongings in bags with beddings across their backs. Carts are being pulled by horses and donkeys to carry the injured, and Gazans who had been sheltering in the Al-Shifa hospital are also traveling towards the south by foot after the Israeli Defense Forces struck it. Now, this is the scale and intensity of migration in Gaza. But is it the first time that this is happening? There have been 3 major bouts of displacement in Gaza's history. The first ever was during Nakba in 1948 in what is called the Great Catastrophe, where 700,000 Palestinians were displaced from their homeland during the Six-Day War in 1967. Between 280,000 and 325,000 were displaced. In the 1973 Yom Kippur War, which saw nearly 190,000 Palestinians displaced internally, and as of today, the Israel-Hamas war has rendered over 1 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip without a home to call their own. Now, wars not only change the course of people but also of nation-states, and the map of Israel dynamically changed over the course of decades and several wars. Here's how the space for Palestinians continued to shrink over the years. In 1947, the UN proposed partitioning Palestine into 2 states, one Jewish and one Arab. The Jerusalem-Bethlehem area was to become an international city, and the plan was accepted by Palestine's Jewish leadership but rejected by Arab leaders. In 1948, it witnessed the Nakba, and the following war ended in 1949 with a ceasefire and armistice lines. Gaza Strip and the West Bank came into existence in this year. The biggest change to Israel's frontiers came in 1967, where the Six-Day War left Israel in occupation of the Sinai Peninsula, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and most of the Syrian Golan Heights. Now, this tripled the size of territory under Israel's control. But Israel's borders got formalized only in 1979, when it was first recognized by Egypt under a peace treaty. And under this, Israel withdrew all its forces and settlers from the Sinai. The process was completed in 1982. Now, but every change in the shape of maps witnessed a war, and wars always claim the lives of the innocent on both sides. Both Israel and the Gaza Strip are losing people on either sides of the border. And while the Israeli Defense Forces mount their offensive, Gazans find themselves lost and offending for themselves amidst an ever-intensifying humanitarian crisis. And this is the long walk of Palestinians in Gaza, a walk which has no destination.